up enough to make you think they weren't built so much as grown. Around the outside of the central dome there are seven acloves, acloves, cloves of garlic, which look like they expanded out of the stone like huge bubbles. From each alcove you see the glint of a large crystal. The dome itself is dominated by a large lake with an island in its center. The place also contains statues and glow crystals, placed seemingly at random. It's very chaotic, very disorienting, and very solemn. The chamber is filled with a constant sound of whispering. There seem to be a multitude of conversations going on all around you. The crystal souls wait for you to speak with them. Well, we'll have to do that because they're important. Beautiful, intricately carved marble pedestal. Upon it rests a large quartz crystal. However, this crystal is clearly dead. No lights glimmer inside it. Look closer. The crystal is only resting on top of the pedestal. It isn't fixed there. This must be a former resting place of one of the stolen souls. You don't have the soul which belongs here. There is a fine wave blade and razor disc here, though. I want to return this guy first. Find it beautifully. However, the crystal's clearly dead. Right. Powerful compulsion. You strongly feel that you should put a crystal soul on this pedestal. Yes, master. Soul on pedestal. You replace Jekyll on his pedestal and wait for it to awaken. For a long while, nothing happens. Then you hear in your mind, "Here? Where am I? What is this place? Home? Who says that? You say I'm home? Oh, home is gone, crushed and scattered. That is what... No. This is another trick. My people are gone. This is a trick. Another trick. I will not listen to anyone. Or to listen anymore. There's silence. Sadly, though you have returned Jekyll Buck to its people, its wounds are still painfully present. Perhaps the fellow crystal souls can help heal them. Whether they can or not, your work is done. Hi? Approach Jekyll Buck, a disembodied flickers of words pass through your head, like ghosts. Finally it says, "No." The word drags slowly through your mind. It hurts. No. Your voice is hurting us. Aliens! You are aliens! You back away, wincing. You must not command me, not anymore. Okay. Starts to screech. It's not a sound, it's a wave of mental energy, intense and powerful. Fortunately, you get out of range, so it just causes agonizing pain. Shrine fills with soothing sounds as the other crystal souls attempt to soothe the Cheknobok. You get away safely. Run away! He's crazy, man! He's crazy! Hello. Esbok. Approach your crystal soul. It inspects you. You sense that it is magically inspecting your bodies and minds. It sees all your stuff. It identifies them for free, but you've already identified it for cash. You can only hope it finds nothing harmful. Finally it says, "Greetings, humans. I mean you no harm. Also, greetings, Slith and, cat person. Nefal. Nefit. Nefer. Whichever variant of cat Gyra happens to be. I mean you no harm. If you mean no harm to me, I'm Esbok. Why'd you inspect us? I must protect myself, as I have great importance to my people. I dispense justice." So you are also a judge? Not entirely. When a problem is too thorny for living Boks to deal with, they turn to me for impartial judgment. This only happens rarely, though. What happens more often is that a criminal comes to me to confess and receive my punishment. What punishment do you give? When one wants to confess privately, they may be punished by me. If the living then learn of the crime, the criminal has atoned. I have thieves return goods, slanderers return the truth, and murderers spend their lives trying to undo their harm. When one truly wants to atone, I help them do it in the best possible way. It has only failed once. What happened that one time? Just before the last resting, centuries passed, a thief told me he stole a ring. I felt guilty. Guilty, hid it behind a stalagmite outside, and came in for atonement. I told him to return the ring to the owner and confess to her. He couldn't face the shame of doing so. He left the shrine, the caves, and the tribe and never returned. Sad. He was young. He didn't deserve the results of his weakness. Oh. Protect yourself from humans. All of us crystal souls had great powers in life. And those powers have increased since the humans took us by surprise. Have increased since. Humans took us by surprise once. It will not happen again. Thanks. Let's, speak with all of them. There's a crystal soul here. You hear in your mind, approach and kneel. You do so. I am a Kyle Buck. Like Michael without the M sound. Thanks, Eichelbuck. It's your position in Vahantai society. I continue to ponder what I pondered for 2 centuries before the resting. I think on the nature of our beings. This voice sounds like music. The words chime like pure notes. Do you also rest during the resting? We partake of the resting too, but differently. Our minds slow down. Have you come to any conclusions? We are not crystals with souls inside them. Our spirits, when they return from the beyond, create crystal around us from nothingness. It is strange, though. It would seem possible to create a flawed crystal. Are many flawed? Our spirits return from the beyond with the help of the living Vahantai, who call us with long, elaborate rituals. However, 2 of the crystal souls brought back were flawed. Poor Darius Bach and Delrenbach. If only they could be healed. What happened with Darius Bach? He could not stand our presence and demanded to be moved to a crypt in the lake region, where he would give advice to the living in return for tribute. If he did not get tribute, he would become angry and hostile, sad and ungrateful, but at least he helped his people, unlike Delrin. What happened to Delrin? Formed with a flaw, he blamed the living for it, claiming that it scattered his thinking. It was nobody's fault, though. It just happened. Still, it did scatter his thinking. He went mad and had to be removed for all our sakes. Poor soul lives to the west in the spore caverns. Avoid him. He's very deranged and very dangerous and very dead. Because, me. What are the elaborate rituals like? I will not tell you of them. They are secretly performed on the island in the middle of the dome. Oh, okay. Thanks. Apparently there's a teacher here somewhere. As you cross the bridge, you start to strongly feel that you don't belong here. This feeling increases intensity until it attains the point where you cannot continue. You back away. I'm not allowed over there. Gotcha. Hi, Lortabach. As you approach one of the crystal souls, you sense the intelligence resting within the stone. And you think that it's paying attention to you. You hear some soothing voice in your mind. I am Lortabach. What's your purpose here? I'm a historian. Simply observing my people keeps me interested. We Vahantai are a long-lived people because for our great spans of life, we tend to forget things. How old are you? 524 years old before I shed my physical form. A cruel accident took me. I served as a Bach for 200 years and should have had 200 more. So they lived to be 700-ish? 800 maybe? Pretty long-lived. What kind of accident? Bad mushrooms. I choose not to speak of it. Okie dokie, how can you be forgetful? Think of things you did 10, 15 years ago. Things you did when you were 5 of your years. Things we did when we were 100 seem that way to us when we are 400. We have much more to remember, but our memories are no better than yours. But my memory is strong. I record what our people have done and where we have been. Tedious to you, priceless to us. Okay, that's cool. Important people doing important things. Wilbernbach. You approach the crystal, you hear a voice in your mind. Come closer, humans. You are welcome here. Who are you? It takes a moment to pick your identities out of your brains. I'm Wilbernbach, teacher of the Vahantai people. Apparently he'll teach us stuff, but let's go through the normal conversation first. What'd you teach? In life, I was exceptionally skilled in magic, even for a Bach. In this form, I choose to teach magic I learned in life. You can still teach students your magic? Yes. Beings blah, blah, blah. Beings pilgrimage to see me. It is a great honor to see them and to me. It's a great honor to them and to me. Okay. In return, if they are worthy, I show them spells. It must be difficult to travel the Vahantai lands these days. The journey is long, and not all are allowed to make it. It is also dangerous, and it honors me that souls would risk the hydras and other monsters to obtain my spells. I've also traveled a long way and would be honored if you would teach me a spell. Been given a quest. You sent to recover the crystal souls. Return them to their platforms and I will share with you the sacred magic of the Vahantai people. Okay. Why is there a bog at the end of your name? It's a great, powerful Vahantai honorific, only given to the wisest of our kind and to crystal souls. We return that guy to his home. Will you teach us a spell? Ooh, level 3 simulacrum. Neat. Begins to speak, filling your head with a constant, mind-numbing stream of magical words and symbols. It is a struggle, but you manage to make sense of them. Thanks! Let's get out of this building before I initiate combat mode, because I think they're nervous. Okay. Fight! So what's the difference between this at level 3 and the others at level 3? Does it use less mana, or do they come out stronger? I don't really know. Also, apparently there's a ring and a stalagmite out here somewhere. I want to find it. It's important to me. Maybe it's not here anymore. I mean, someone else could have picked it up and walked off with it. I mean, if you don't know it was stolen and hidden, then no reason to not, I guess. And also, it looks like I didn't explore this room, but I've seen you. Yes. Alright. Oh wait, before I go... Passage has been blocked off. Open the door. Long, windy passage. You walk down it and find an inn chamber filled with what look like large, upright crystal coffins. Yay. It's another place where Vahantai are going to be woken up. Uh-oh. No! Chitrex! Haven't seen a larva in a while. Punks. Fire. Just thinning their numbers. There we go, die, please. Quite a collection of random debris. You find a lot of loose change, some semi-precious stones, you collect them. In addition, you find the body of a human was dragged here recently. No insignia or sign of who he was or where he came from, but his leather jacket is intact. Suresh got studded armor. Magic studded armor. Okay. Just thought I'd take a look. Aww. Well, you don't know me very well because I can walk across that easy. Find a Vahantai crypt. Skinny, mummified bodies are stretched out on slabs. There isn't much in the way of valuables. Vahantai must not bury their dead with wealth. Search a bit more, you find something interesting. One of the bodies clutches a long wave blade to its chest. Looks like it's made of obsidian, not steel. Sure. You leave, but bodies start to rise, emitting long, keening moans. You run, but not fast enough. Oh, these are undead Vahantai, maybe? We don't want you to cast spells, so we're going to zap you. Yay! I did not totally just rob a crypt with a obsidian wave blade. I don't know. Thought I'd give it a look. I'm not a tomb robber. Don't look at me! Spock stands and bows to you. The familiar look on his look of fury contorts his features, but for once, it's not directed at you. We thank you for returning the crystal soul of Jechnal Buck to us. Quivers with anger. They tormented our ancestor's spirit. They told stories of invasions of our lands, of the death of our people. They nearly drove Jechnal mad. His voice turns cold and quiet. You struggle to hear. They will pay for this. They will pay 1,000 times, I promise it. They will pay with their lives, and they will pay for years. At this, Eloi and Process nod solemnly. But for now, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Dinner was had, and that is... Go away. That's also up, but it's because of this pop-up. It's always turn... Okay. For now, the rescue is complete, and his healing may begin. Your reward waits for you in the Eastern Chambers. We, the Vahantai people, thank you. And there it's gone. Eastern Chambers. Over here? Like this? No. Oh. An unidentified ring. Alright, those are my 3 rewards. I imagine these don't work. Yeah. Lock difficulty 40. That is actually within the realm of possibility, I think. Anyway. So, let's look at the other quests. We, raided one place. Got that. Tower of Magi, we need to work out the teleporter. Okay, I need to visit Harston. 2 Drake Tooths, I have these. Layer of Mawtrax. And a magician in the Vahantai town of Elgi. Elgi. Where is Elgi? I think that is the place... Was it the place really far east? No. We're near Olgai. That's Avit. There's like 4 towns, alright? There's this one over here. That's number 3. Alright, that's Mancuso. That's where that one pilgrim came from. There. There is nothing Vahantai that I do not know.